Morning everybody. So I am going to teach you all how to work with open sound meter. But first thing, you need to have the following, right? You need to have an interface. For beginners, I'll highly recommend this little focus, right? This is the third gen focus, right? If you manage to get the second or the fourth, that'll be working as well, right? You also need RCA to quarter jack connector running from back of your sound card or your interface straight to your DSP in your car. You'll also need a loop back cable, which is this, which is feeding directly to this to feed to the second port of your sound card, right? You need that. Reason why is that when the signal is being applied from the PC or the software to the interface to the microphone, right, it needs a reference so the measurement could be accurate. Now some sound cards come with internal loopback, but not all the time it is be accurate. This is by far more accurate than the loopback, in my opinion, right? Also, you need a RTA microphone, which I will show you here right now. It's a hard to get microphone, but this is the ECM Pro from Behringer, right? It's very, very beautiful mic. It's about that short, right? You could also use the ECM 9000, I believe, series microphone, which is the longer one. That works beautiful as well too, right? And also you need a good lengthy cable. I recommend 10 to 20 feet according, right? And here you need open sound meter. So open sound meter is a stripped down version of smart software. It works exactly the same, it just have different features, right? Now everything is click based. So basically, if you click on a window, you get your properties, how to adjust your milliseconds for your scale, to either zoom in, zoom out, right? And then you have this one here, which does the same thing as well too, including phase flip, right? Now to configure this bad boy, you need to do the following, right? So you go into file, you're going to add measurement. As you can see, this pops up, right? Now do not feel that you're set. You have to do some changes, right? So you go into generator, you just highlight this first, you'll see the properties show up, right? Now you notice you see a drop down menu right here, right? You simply go into this and you choose the Focusrite interface ASIO right here, right? Set your output. I normally set it to 1 because just one side I'm using, but if you're using 2, you could use the 2, right? But I set it to 1. Next you go into measurement, you touch it like that, right? And you notice you'll get this set of properties here, right? Here what I do is leave everything here, but this part that says Z, which is your microphone filter, you simply go to C, because that is the measurement we basically use, right? Your measurement channel number, you select 1, which is this here, and the reference you use 2, which is this here. If you use loop, this do not have loop back, virtual loop back, so it won't work. It needs to have a reference so the microphone can pick up what is going on, right? And then you go on this side here, and then you choose Focusrite USB ASIO. Now you notice the graph change, right? And everybody is basically neutral, right? You turn your microphone all the way up, as you can see in the focus, right? It's all the way up. However, the reference channel and the output channel is exactly the same, right? It's all about balancing these two. So when you turn on the generator like this, you notice you see it on. Now you could continue adjusting it, but you have to adjust it until you get headroom. You do not want this to go yellow, you do not want this to go red, right? Once it's right there, you're good to go. Right? Now we just turn on the microphone right now. Right, so you see how we're juggling it? So you just basically adjust the suit like that, and there you go. So you adjust again until you realize it's disappearing. It's supposed to be like that. See? Voila. So the software is on. This is basically the phase graph. Shows that. Now, to get this to show, you have to make sure you turn off your coherence, because it uses an alpha coherence, which the software cannot pick up. And same thing goes for the impulse. If you want, you set it to normalize, and it basically normalizes the interface and it gives you the graph itself, right? And yeah, and that is how simple it is. So now you could do your time alignment and everything pretty much normal. When you go into measurement, so you notice the time alignment has stayed, right? It remain 5.10. All you have to do is hit apply, and voila. So we go back into this, hit normalize, and there you go. So now you see it, everything lines up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the system is playing in the car right now. Everything has been adjusted. But this is how basically how the graph goes. So sub bass in phase, mid bass in phase, and everybody going in phase. However, this frequency here, there's some slight adjustments. I'll do it for it to actually show. Then there's both left and right speaker actually like spot on, dead center. And yeah, and that's how pretty simple it is to operate your open sound meter. You could also do your speakers individually, right? But you're starting with the furthest full range speaker on the left, or if you're on left hand drive, you do it on the right, right? Once you do that and you set your what you call your time alignment lock, right, which is this right here, right? It's like balancing a scale. So once that scale off, you can mute all the speakers now and start from the tweeter, adjust your tweeter, mid-range, adjust your mid-range. Mid-bass, however, it's done by phase. So you have to understand this phase graph to get it to line up for you to do the others as is, right? And when you're done, you just go into full range mode, and then you could adjust the entire front stage, left, right, for it to be spot on. Same thing goes for the right hand side, for it to be spot on. So when you sum it, boom, everything's supposed to appear the way it's supposed to appear, right? But anyhow, thanks for watching. Take care.